guys. Happy Saturday. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Today we have a X-Plane 11 VR flight in the Aerobask Diamond DA62. In FSEconomy, we'll be flying from Charlotte, KCLT, to Roanoke, Virginia, KROA. I actually flew down here earlier, and it's pretty cloudy, so I'm flying with real weather today. I promised myself that I was going to start flying with real weather once the cloud flicker problem was solved, which it has been. So today we've got real weather, which is awesome. Have I tried Microsoft Flight Sim? No, I'm not on the beta test. I have not tried it. I've seen, tons of videos flooding YouTube. It's amazing. A lot of stuff on YouTube to give you an idea of what it's like. But we're not going to really know until we all try it ourselves, right? So, no, I'm using X-Plane weather. I'm using just X-Plane standard weather. Not sure why your message was deleted there. Oh, so you're not, Techie, you're not a fan of Microsoft's Flight Simulator? Give me an idea of which flight model you're talking about. Are you talking about MFS? MFS, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I gotta check this issue with Nightbot here. I'm not sure what the hell's going on with that. Yeah, I'll have to check that spamming with the emotes, X-Jack. I'll check that out. I'm not sure what the hell's going on there. So, in any event, guys, thanks for joining. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can get the Nightbot up here and fix that. I don't know why the hell that's happening. You're saying MFS is eye candy. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing variable changes on that. Let me just see here. Excess emotes. I'm going to disable that. Excess symbols. I'm going to disable that. All right. You shouldn't get timed out now. Hopefully, I fixed the issue with. Sorry about that, X-Men. You should be coming back here shortly. Yeah. Well, listen. Let me get this flight going here, and then we could I certainly want to chat about MFS for sure. All right. So let's just take a quick look here at our flight plan. So we're in Sky Vector here. We're going from CLT. We're going to be taking off runway 18 center, I believe. At CLT, Charlotte, climbing to 6,000. And we'll be heading up north to Knoll, okay, for landing on runway 34 at Roanoke. We're landing at 34 today. So we'll get the weather and stuff in Charlotte, which I think this clouds are at like 500. We'll break through the clouds and fly above them, hopefully, and then we'll get on our way to Roanoke. It's about what do we got here? Where's the estimate? About an hour flight, 136 miles, hour and 12 minutes. We'll try to make good time up north. Winds are light and variable, pretty sure. So that's where we're heading. As far as FSEconomy, we've got 6 souls on board. Okay, and some NASCAR Hall of Fame visitors, bank executors, a poker player that's going up to Roanoke. Guess he was playing poker in Charlotte, whatever. Okay, we got 75 gallons on board. All right, I'm just going to get. I already got the plane rolling here just to save us a little time. Let me get FSEconomy started. Alright, so we got FSEconomy started. As you can see, we're now en route, so we're good there. And, yeah, so the contact points on the UC off a tad on the plane. You mean as far as when you say contact points, you mean like in VR? You mean like the Oculus Touch? Like touching the controls and stuff? That's what you're asking? No, they're actually right on. All right, let's get our weather here.
Charlotte Douglas INTL Information Alpha. 1300 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 900 broken, temperature 24, dew point 21. Altimeter 3018.
3018.
Arriving runways 18 right, 18 center, departing runways 18 left.
Alright, we're going to be doing 18 center.
Advise on initial contact.
So we said
you have alpha.
3018. So let's set our altimeter. That's the altitude, sorry. Duh. Okay. And let's take a look at the flight plan here, guys. Oh, no, it's not floating off the ground at all. It's not floating. Yeah, maybe that's what it looks like. You're looking at it through the Oculus mirror view. All right, so there's our flight plan. We're going to Knoll, 131 nautical miles, and we're going to then returning into Roanoke. So pretty simple, straightforward. We got that loaded up. We got GPS on. We got yaw damper on. Well, we could turn that off for now. And I've already set the altitude at 6,000 at climbing at 800 feet per minute, and got our fuel pumps on. We're going to set our flaps to take off, and we're good to go. All right, so let me get myself straightened out here. Pretty simple taxi. We're going to assume we have clearance from the tower here. Okay. We got FSEconomy running, which is always a good thing. So we'll be taking off to the south, and we'll hand fly it till we're out of the area, and then we'll get our autopilot going here. Appreciate you guys joining today. Thanks for joining. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button there. But that's not a good line. That would have got us right into the grass. DA62 is a pretty well automated plane, especially when it comes to fuel management. It's very simple. I'm going to skip the runoff here. We're going to assume that run-up, I should say. So let's assume we've got. I'm getting 30 frames per second, roughly. Let me just show you real quick. So I use Oculus has a well, I should say there's a thing called under Fly with Lua. There's a macro called OVR settings. Okay, and here you can see I've got super sampling set at 1.8, and I've got asynchronous disabled, asynchronous space warp disabled. Sometimes I'll force it to 30. Depending, but usually flying here, like in the Appalachian or the mid-Atlantic area, I don't need to run that. We're getting 26 frames per second right now. once we get up in the air, it'll probably go to about 30, 32 frames per second. So it's super smooth, and I've got, pretty good graphics settings, as you can see. All right, so let's get myself aligned here. All right, we've got clearance to take off, so let's taxi and get on our way up to Roanoke. We got flaps take off. It would be really nice if Aerobask would build in like engine parameters, an engine parameter screen, and also a chart screen into the 1000. They haven't done any really. I think maybe they did one update on this plane, but you can see you really have no choices here on the MFD. I'm sure the Aerobask, the DA62 in real life, has like an engine screen, similar to the Cirrus. I'm not sure. I've never flown one in real life, but I would assume it does. And this doesn't. This basically, you've got systems, and that's about it, right? So, but it would be nice if they updated that. All right, so we're good to go here. We're gonna get our load up to 88, around 88% is where I like to be, and we're good to go there. Let's release those brakes. We already set our trim takeoff. Got these twin Mercedes engines cranking. You can see it's pretty smooth. All right, we're going to get it up to about 75 knots, and then or 80 knots, and we'll rotate. Here we go. Nice rotate, nice and easy. Here we go. Let's get an outside look here. Wheels up. Flaps up. All right, we're good to go. We're going to fly runway heading here. And we're going to assume the tower wants us to turn right. Crosswind 18, so we're going to turn right, crosswind 18. Stay below the clouds here while we're navigating around the airport. See, we got that. We're just at the edge of the cloud level there. Nice turn. They probably would have wanted us to fly out a little bit more, because we just cut across 18 right there. All right, but now we're on our way back up north. And we're going to fly let's get our autopilot on. Now we're going to be climbing at 800 feet per minute up to 6,000, and get ourselves on track here while we're blinded in the clouds, unfortunately. See there, we're making contrail. Got our passengers on board. And we're doing just fine. At 2,400 feet. Start to see blue sky coming out of those clouds, so I think at around 3,000, maybe 3,200, we should be get some sunlight here. We're starting to get some sunlight in the cabin. See some blue light, blue sky breaking through. There we go, coming through the cloud level. Nice. I got to tell you, I really do enjoy flying in weather. It's much more realistic. You know, even though you're blinded sometimes, it's you know, it's how it would be, right? All right, there we go. We're out of the clouds into the sky. There's the sun up there, a little layer of clouds up there. We're going to make our left-hand turn, get on our GPS coordinates, heading up to Roanoke. We're coming up to 3,300 feet. And I'll tell you the frame rate we're getting right now is 28 frames per second. Looks like we got some lightning over there, little flashes in the clouds. Not sure if those are just cloud shadows or actually lightning. But coming up to full 4,100. We can see some breaks in the clouds down there. All right, why don't we do this? Let's dial in weather for Roanoke. So we're going to be Roanoke is 132,375, so let's get that dialed in here. One, 132. .75. So we'll pick that up when we're in range. We're gonna assume ATC clearance and all that, because unfortunately, well, I haven't really used X-Plane's ATC. Let's take a look down there. You can see some break through the clouds. That's what I love, those shots right there when you can just see a little break through the clouds and you can see the ground. It's pretty cool. Let's get outside the plane, see what that looks like. There you go. Alright, we're coming up to 6,000. Going to level off here, get some sun in the cabin, start to pick up some speed. Alright, coming up to 145 knots. Very, very light winds today, as you can see there from the wind indicator. So a nice smooth ride today. Clicking off time on the time calculation there, which is good. We'll come up to about 160. I'm going to run it at 88, keep it there, so we fly quick. All engine parameters looking good. Turn our taxi light off. Turn landing lights. We'll leave the landing lights on. The view at the right wing there. Got the VR Aviation livery. You want to get this? It's on X-Plane.org. Got a couple of them actually. One for this plane. Got one for the 208. We got one for the Challenger 300, for the PC-12, for the B1900D, and I believe we have one for the Cessna 172. I'm planning on doing one for the new Torque Sim SR22. It's a project I got on the list. Alright, we're coming up to 161 knots. Alright, our calculator's telling us we got 39 minutes to go to null, so. Yeah, so tons of videos coming on YouTube about MFS. In particular, Squirrel has done a number of different videos. I was watching one with multiplayer, which looked very cool, giving people an indication. I got to tell you, and he's got a pretty powerful computer. I may get a dislike for this, but I mean, it's different. It's going to be different when I'm actually in the plane, but I don't get the sense that the flight modeling is as good as X-Plane. And this is all a presumption, right? Because I haven't used MFS yet, so I'm just saying my intuition from what I'm seeing in the videos. I just get the impression that it's not as realistic, you know. Now I've seen things and people talking about how they can feel the density of the cloud when they fly through it and all that. Okay, in 2D. Okay. So I don't want to smash it. Okay, but I'm just telling you that from, you know. I'm telling you, I'm just, from my intuition from just watching videos, and I know that's not it's not a scientific method to get the experience. It just doesn't look as realistic, the flight modeling. The graphics look amazing, but I was watching like the multiplayer and they had a camera view of a plane landing, and that sequence when the plane was landing, you know, like it was landing on really rugged terrain and it was sliding across it as if it was like a flat runway. So, I mean, I know in X-Plane, in most planes, when you land on rugged terrain, the airplane moves around. Okay. Now, I don't know what it looks like from the outside because I don't really look at those views too often. But when you're inside the plane and you land on rugged terrain, it definitely moves around. You know, particularly this plane, the SR22, pretty much every plane that I fly, I would fly into rugged terrain. And there it looked to me like it's like a flat, smooth experience. I could be wrong, so, and I'm sure anyone who hears me talking about this, when you watch this video, you'll correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't know. I just get the impression that it's not as realistic. You know, I haven't seen anyone do a video on that yet. So that. You know, That's something that I would really, really be interested in seeing. You know, because look, we're all about to shell out between $60 and $120 for this software, right? And once you buy it, you can't give it back. So, you know, I'm not sure if there's a trial or not. It would be great if there's a trial, because I'd like to try the trial before I invest in it. Like I remember with Flight Sim World, which was, as we all know, was a debacle. I think we all got, like, or at least I know I got like a free beta to really try it out, okay? And it wasn't that expensive to buy it, if I remember correctly. But here you're starting to invest in a new flight simulator infrastructure. So, you know, if you're into the realistic thing like I am, and like most of the people that watch me are, you know, you want to know that it's going to be realistic, you know? So, we'll see if we can get a trial. I'm not sure if that's possible. But in any event, there's definitely a content demand on YouTube for MFS videos, because you can see they're all going up. Everyone's doing an MFS video. Because, you know, a lot of people are looking to make an educated decision on whether or not to pre-order it, right? Coming out in, what's today's date? This the 7th or 8th? 8th? Coming out in 10 days. You know, we'll all get to see. I'm not going to be interested in flying it in 2D. It's not going to interest me at all. I'm interested in flying it in 3D. And I can't really do that until, you know, I get a Reverb G2 and Microsoft releases VR support. So, you know, I'm not questioning myself, like, do I spend the money? I'm not going to fly it in 2D, so I'll probably wait until, you know, they support VR. I want to be one of the first people testing it in VR, so, you know, probably get my G2, Reverb G2, and get that all going with X-Plane, and then, you know, boom, as soon as VR support's available, purchase Microsoft. And by that time, there's going to be a lot of people with opinions on it. There's going to be, you know, you're going to get the fanboys and you're going to get the critic, the real, realistic critics that, not critics, but, you know, people that are going to give you an honest review. And I believe in that. Like, I don't believe in sugarcoating a plane or certainly a simulator system. I mean, if the Torque Sims SR22 came out and it was crap, I would have said it was crap, right? I'll tell you right now, the Coronado SR22 is crap, okay? Coronado's not knocking on my door giving me free planes, and I wouldn't accept them if they did. There's very few Coronado planes that I bought that I would say are top quality. PC-12 is up there, okay? The B1900D is okay. The 208's actually pretty bad. So, you know, I'm not gonna. The point is, I don't sugarcoat stuff. You know, if it's good, I'll tell you it's good. If it's not, I'll tell you it's not. So, I'm looking forward to having an opportunity to apply the experience that I've had in the 1,000 of hours of flying an X-plane to Microsoft, to MFS, right? Especially in VR. So that should be interesting. All right, we got 90 miles. Got about a half hour, so trip going quick. We're going to hopefully get out of the clouds here and get a little bit of clear flying in a few minutes here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Say hello in the chat if you like. If you have any questions about X-Plane or VR or anything like that, happy to help. I'm probably going to put my HP Reverb G2 on pre-order very soon. I want to get in the queue for that, so I can get one of those on the early side. Really, really looking forward to that. You know, the Oculus CV1 has been a good system for me. It's actually been awesome. And I'll be sad to see it go in some ways because it's a very comfortable headset, but, you know, it's been 3 years, and 3 years is a good jump in technology, and hopefully I'll have that HP Reverb in 3 years. Only problem is, pardon me, I'm going to be abandoning the Oculus ecosystem, and I've got, you know, a couple $100 worth of software tied up in there. Most of the stuff I've been buying, you know, in the last 6 months has been on Steam, so that's a good thing. That'll cross over. But yeah, so I'll be abandoning Oculus. And Oculus is really, I've talked about this before, it's really a different company than it was before. You know, Facebook bought them, and they fired Palmer Luckey because he was a conservative. Anyway, not to get into politics, but Palmer Luckey, you know, 20 years from now, when they write books about virtual reality, and they write books about mixed reality and augmented reality, Palmer Luckey is going to be in there, just like you know, Vin Cerf is for the internet. You know, a lot of people don't realize that the real father of the internet wasn't Al Gore. Okay, Al Gore is a politician that knows nothing about IP protocol. Vin Cerf, who worked for DARPA in the 60s and 70s, ended up also working for MCI in the 80s and 90s. He was the father of the internet. Vin Cerf was the guy who architected DARPA. Now, I actually met him way back when. He has had 2 hearing aids. He was hearing impaired. I'm not sure if he's still alive or not. But what a interesting guy. And so Palmer Luckey is basically the Vin Cerf of VR. That's what I'm trying to say. And you know, people should know who Palmer Luckey is. He basically invented the Oculus DK, was it DK1? And he basically was the first to commercialize, to release a consumer VR product. I'm pretty sure that's the case when he was running Oculus. He made his money. I'm sure he's doing other stuff now. But Vin Cerf, Palmer Luckey should be remembered for sure. All right, definitely some broken clouds. Let's take a look outside here. There you go. That's pretty cool. I tell you what, X-Plane weather's pretty nice in VR. It really is. It used to be where the clouds would move and stuff, but they've done a good job of it, especially getting rid of that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Now, I know there's some freeware weather. Belgeode was telling me about. I can't remember what it was, but maybe if someone's watching this video, and I know that there's freeware weather for X-Plane that's pretty good. Can't remember what the hell it was. Which I might try. But so far, I'm happy with X-plane weather for sure. You guys hear drums in the background. That's my wife taking her virtual drum lesson. She's been playing drums for about 20 months so far. She's getting really good, actually. And she takes her lessons via Skype, which is pretty cool. I mean, I can tell you, like, in VR, these clouds look awesome. They really do. They really do. They don't change, like, as you move your head. They used to, like, change shape and stuff as you moved your head. Looks like they fixed that. Like, now they're, like, constant, you know? Off these cirrus clouds. Or I guess cumulus clouds. All right, we're going to start to come into the mountainous regions. I guess it's the Appalachians of southern Virginia. We'll start to you can start to see there, like the getting increase in elevation. Oh, that was interesting. We came in from fairly clear skies there into lower visibility, so that must be a little glitch in X-plane weather. Now we've got pretty terrible visibility. Parameters are all good. Minutes to null. Should pick up weather at about 40 miles, somewhere around there. The weather at Roanoke. Again, we'll be landing runway 34. Approaching from the southeast. So maybe we could just set our runway heading. Where's the heading? There we go. So for those of you who are watching this that are VR Aviation FSEconomy group members, I sent out an email earlier, I guess it was last week. We've raised the pilot commission to 60%. from 50%. So if you fly for VRV Aviation, we pay for gas, we pay for the rental, and you get 60% of the net flight amount. So if you want to join VR Aviation, check us out. We've got a website. I believe the link is going to be in the description here. And just go to the group page on FSEconomy and search for VR Aviation. Hit the join button, and we'll get an email out to you if you want to join and help us. All we really require is that you fly one flight a month. We hope you can do more than that to help support the group. We got a pretty nice network in the east here. We've got Roanoke, which is a 3-lot, and we've got Cape May, which is a 3-lot, and we've got a bunch of connected airports that are 2-lots, mostly 2-lots, some 1-lotters in the network between the two. So got a nice network to fly in the east here, Mid-Atlantic East area, and we're looking to build it. We've got decent amount of money. Got a decent amount of planes that the group owns that you can fly for free. You don't have to pay rent. We ask that you fly them if you can within our network, and because there's plenty of jobs within the network. But yeah, so check us out, VR Aviation. Please give us a join and be one of our active pilots. So I guess we're changing some scenery there, changing some weather there. We're right in the thick of, we're right in the middle of a cloud layer here, so we've got like a hazy view of the ground from 6,000 feet. Probably some rain showers down below there. Looks like some darker clouds. Also, oh yeah, TorqueSim SR22 came out with a 1.01 release where they fixed a bunch of problems. It's now FSEconomy compatible, which is great. I'll probably be flying with that tomorrow morning. Do a stream with that. FSEconomy. It's only a 3-passenger plane, so you know it's not a big money maker, but it's such a fun plane to fly. Highly recommend that plane. It's one of the best modeled X-planes I've ever, X-plane 11 third-party planes that I've ever tried. It's really, especially for GA. I don't fly the big planes, but for GA, it's definitely one of the best I've ever flown. This is another one here that I'm flying here, DA62. But that SR22 from TorqueSim is really something special. So be sure to check that out. It's not cheap. It's $55, but you're getting actually 2 planes for that. You're getting a turbo and an aspirated version. So with a Continental engine. So you've got some different systems to learn there, and different characteristics as far as flying and starting and all that stuff. Engine monitoring because of the turbo versus the non-turbo. So it's pretty cool. You get 2 planes and a bunch of liveries, and TorqueSim and their partners, they were very quick to update and fix the out of the chute bugs, which is very good to see. It's not like some other.
Roanoke Equilibrium Field Information Alpha 1400 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility 10. Sky conditions 900 scattered, 2900 broken, temperature 2.20.
3022.
Altimeter 3022. Arriving runway 34, departing runway 34.
Okay, 34 is right, and we're going to go to 3022 for the altimeter.
Roanoke equilibrium field information alpha. 1400 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility 10.
So
Sky
900
conditions
scattered.
900 scattered. 2900 broken. Temperature 2.20. Altimeter 3022. Arriving runway 34. Departing runway 34. Advise on initial contact.
So
Alpha.
we've got 900 scattered, which means we're going to have to be around 1,000 feet. Oh man, it's coming along great. In fact, let's see, X-Jax Max. X-Jax Max. There you go. Sorry you got timed out there, dude. I think I fixed it, okay? I know you were just doing emojis. My Nightbot was screwed up, so I think I fixed that, so you should be good to go. Let me show you. We got a little bit of time here. We got 14 minutes to null, so I will show you just how the FSEconomy career is going. You can see here, VR Aviation, which is our group, right? We got 18, almost about $2 million, over $2 million in cash, which is good. Aircrafts, we've got a bunch of aircrafts that we own. See, all these NFS are the ones we own. So we've got a Air 58, 2 Cessnas, we got SR-22. SR-20, we got 2 SR-22s, we got a DA62 at Roanoke, that's what I'm flying now, and we got a bunch leased to us, which is nice too. I'm leasing this DA62 to the group, as well as I lease I think I have PC-12, yeah, I lease a PC-12 to the group, which is, I fly a lot at LaGuardia. But anyway, yeah, so it's doing very, very well. Let me just take this off. I want to show you. Look out, we're peeking through the clouds here. Pretty cool. Yeah, Terminator went, exactly. Terminator went rogue, exactly. So yeah, so VR Aviation's doing great. Don't know why it's not working now. Give me a second here to try to figure this out. Oh well. So yeah, it's doing very, very well. For some reason I lost OBS has lost the Chrome window, so I apologize about that. What's my plan with the 2 million? Well, I mean, the problem we have is we don't have a lot of activity in the group anymore. So we've really got 3 pilots that are active. Myself and 2 other guys that are doing most of the flying. So I've got to reserve money to pay, you know, for supplies and stuff. I'm selling off a couple of the FBOs because we just really don't, they're just not really getting activity. What I want to do is I want to build up another, 6-7 million so that we can buy another 3-lotter in the area. That's the plan. I got my eyes on one. I'm not going to say which one it is because I don't want anybody else going after it. It's not for sale yet, but hopefully the person that owns it will sell it because it doesn't get a lot of activity, and it would make a perfect triangle for Cape May, Roanoke, and this other airport. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere in Pennsylvania. Okay, but it would be a perfect triangle that I could hub off of, and then just build from there. And if we had a triangle of 3 lotters with spokes of 2 lotters, that would be a great network, and there would be some nice scenic flying in the mountains and stuff like that. So that's the overall plan, right? To keep, also to keep the planes the better planes going. Like we got the DA62, which is an excellent plane for FSEconomy, 6-person, 100-mile jaunts. We've got a PC-12, which I'm renting, which I would put at, the proper airport, probably this newer airport I'm talking about. A couple Barons, those are 5-seaters, those are good. So, good planes that can be profitable. So that's the plan, if you're involved with FSEconomy, it just takes time. You got to be patient with it. All right, so we're going to go down to 5,000 feet here while we're chatting. So yeah, that 2 million's kind of in reserve. You always got to keep, the FBOs that we have now, they probably make just enough to cover the cost of supplies, right? So, FBOs aren't a great investment unless you've got one like LaGuardia or Tampa or Salt Lake City or one of those that are really, really, really super busy. The ones that we own are Roanoke and the 3-lotters are Roanoke and Cape May. They're not super busy, but they do okay, and they cover enough to pay for the supplies. So now with my own, I have another group that I own. It's just me. It's AeroBR. I've got about 6 million in cash and a bunch of planes and a bunch of FBOs out in California in the Pilot Edge region. Those are all 2-lot FBOs. I've got my eye on a 3-lot FBO right in the middle of where those are. So I'm hoping to build another network with AeroBR, which is again my group, and that's all going to be like in the Pilot Edge area, so that my goal is to get back into Pilot Edge and be able to fly FSEconomy and Pilot Edge in that network that I'm creating there. And I've been creating that one for a while. It's basically now up to, like I said, probably about $10 million in net worth. And it's been, buying and selling planes. There's a lot of arbitrage you can do in FSEconomy to make 100K here, 100K there. And, so that's about it. All right, so we can actually come down to about 4,000 feet here safely. I know this terrain will be okay. We got 20 miles into Knoll, and our elevation there is, let's see, our elevation at Roanoke is 1,200 feet, so 1175. So we want to be at about 2,200 feet as we come into 2,500 feet as we come into 34 there. So let's get ourselves down to 4,000. We're going to assume that we have clearance. Starting to see the clouds break here. We're going to have to be through about 9. Well, actually, yeah, I guess to see we're going to have to be at 900. So cloud level is very, very low. Now, X-Jacks, are you? Do you fly FSEconomy? Are you into that? You got any tips for me, or for us, I should say? All right, we're starting to see. You have no money. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to be doing a video on how to make money fast in FSEconomy. There's some things if you Do you fly an X-plane or FSX? FSX. All right, as you can see here, we got some low clouds, so 13 miles to our the knoll. You're gonna buy a sim rig in the future. Gotcha, cool. Just curious, why not VR? You like to have the 2D feel, like the feeling of having the panels and stuff in front of you? Have you tried flying in VR at all? All right, we got 11 miles to know. See those beautiful, I guess these are the Blue Ridge? Either the Appalachian or the Blue Ridge Mountains, I should say. Oh, okay. Well, I tell you, yeah, you feel like you throw up. I get that feeling sometimes when I'm racing in VR. We're doing a scenery change here. That's why you see it stuttering. I will tell you that flying in VR, as long as you've got proper frame rate in the headset, you're moving so slowly that I've never ever had a motion sickness issue at all when flying. There's only a couple times I've had that feeling, and one is when I was racing in project cars, and I was driving this this kart racing, and things were flying by real fast, and boom, I got like the sickness feeling. And then the other time was in this game called Detach, which is like a space game, and there's like 6 degrees of freedom, and I was moving around, and the frame rates were low, and boom, I got sick. But I got a sick feeling. I never actually threw up, but I got the feeling, you know. All right, so we can probably go down to 3,500 here. Not probably. We can go down to 3,500. All right, so at least we got some visibility. Yeah, a lot of people love the 3-monitor setup. You know, that was always my goal when I was, originally getting into it. But I got to tell you, 3 years ago when I got into VR, just the ability to have 3D when you're landing is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible. All right, so we got 4 miles to Knoll here. I'm going to start slowing down a little bit. We're going to assume we got clearance into runway 34 at Roanoke. We got 5 miles an hour, 5-knot wind coming at us head on. Drew, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Good morning to you too. Thank you for your MFS videos, dude. Much appreciated having that information. You did a great job on that. For those of you who don't know Belgio, he's got a great YouTube channel where he flies in VR X-plane and also ECS. And he's also been doing some early content for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which has been very, very helpful. So check out his channel. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, dude. We're actually just about to end our flight here. We're going to be turning into Roanoke, landing runway 34. So I'll be shifting my attention to that in a few minutes here. Making the turn to the runway. We got 5 miles in, so I want to get my ass down. I got the runway in sight. All right, autopilot is off. We got clearance into 3-4. So Drew, as you can see, I'm flying with real weather, X-plane weather. You're probably the one. I'm glad you showed up, because I think it was you that told me about freeware weather for X-plane that was pretty awesome in VR. And I couldn't remember the name of it. Now that I'm flying with, coming in a little hot here. I know I'm killing my flaps here. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to the plane. Yeah, good old Roanoke. The stuttering is gone, man. Stuttering is gone as of beta 16 or 15. You can see here, this is super, super, super smooth. When I land here, hopefully I'm not going to make a liar of myself, but you'll see that it's super smooth. Let's get the trim set. All right, we're on final for runway 34. All systems looking good here. Flaps are full. Gear is down. Let's get our ass lined up on the center line so we can butter this landing. 88 knots. Got plenty of runway to mess with, so over the threshold. Right on line here. Throttle down. Fan her out. Back wheels down. Front wheel down. Beautiful. Get those brakes. GA is right over there by the tower, so we'll taxi over there. Clean up the flaps. We'll assume we got taxi instructions from ground to go over to GA parking, which is where we're heading. Nice smooth landing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've had a few hours in this plane. Right back where we started this morning. Well, you guys weren't with me, but I actually flew down to Charlotte for the stream. Let's park it right there. Beautiful. Let's get the brake on. Just catch up on chat here. Yeah, absolutely. The stuttering issues, I mean, I think it was post dot 15 was an amazing improvement. Okay. In all areas. Now, I did a couple things, and I was actually able to increase objects. But I will tell you that one thing I did was I removed all trees. So whenever I fly, especially in the Northeast or the Mid-Atlantic area where, you know, it's a lot of greenery, there are no X-plane trees. Now, maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. I don't like the X-plane trees anyway. They look so fake in VR. So they're gone. But there's been massive, massive, massive improvements, which is great. So, but yeah, so that is our trip to Roanoke. Just shutting down FSEconomy here. Unfortunately, I can't show you Chrome. I don't know why. But I do appreciate you guys, yeah. X-Jacks, you're going to stream more often. All other all other FSEconomy streamers are annoying. Yeah, I try to stream at least twice a week. X-Jack, so hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button, and you'll get a notification that of when I'm streaming. Let me shut this plane down here. See if I could do that properly. So we're going to put the fuel pumps off. Oops. And let's see, we'll get our flaps cleaned up, and get down here, we'll get our electric master off, and we'll turn our right engine off, and there we go. Plane is ready to roll here. I can't stand X-plane trees. Alright, for some reason the people didn't get out of the plane yet, but as you can see, how about that VR aviation livery? Isn't that cool? Gee, I wonder who painted that. Isn't that cool? I think it looks pretty damn good. 328 Delta Alpha. Looking good. All right, guys. Well, listen. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. If you want to get it, you can get it on xplane.org. Yeah. Well, listen. I'm glad you joined X-Jacks. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification. I usually post on in the X-Plane group, and also in the VR Aviators group on Facebook when I'm streaming, so you could check that out. Drew, hey, listen, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good luck with your video that you've got coming out. If you guys aren't checking out Belgio's channel, please do on YouTube. And he's got some great information on X-Plane, DCS, and also on the forthcoming MFS. Sounds good, man. All right, guys. Listen, I'm going to sign up for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.